Welcome everybody. My name is Michael and today we're discussing about TikTok banning cryptocurrency and related financial content, which could be a good thing, but as always, when it comes to social media censorship, you already know which stance I'm on. It is bad, in my opinion, in general, for any social media platform to censor an influencer or a user for any reason that is different than their terms of service. If it's a terms of service violation, I get it. You are a user of their website. You have to agree to their terms of service before you're able to upload, before you're able to post anything. And if you go against that, every single website, every single company, they have their set of rules. But outside of that, it gets very murky because a company is at any point in time legally able to change their terms of service and the rule book, but then we get into this complex situation of censorship. And TikTok is one of the world's largest social media platforms at the moment. It has been one of the fastest growing, and despite most of the content being rather childish and the average age of most of the users being, teenagers and young kids, it still is a powerful platform that some people are using to make millions out of. And for cryptocurrency, it was rather easy for some influencers to monetize or at least build an audience on there that they were able to redirect to other social media platforms. We have to look at this in terms of not just TikTok, because there's always going to be another platform to replace TikTok. But if this is setting a precedent, and also we have to look back at what happened with Donald Trump, with our ex-president. He was banned from Twitter, from Facebook, from Snapchat, from basically all the large social media platforms for posting controversial content. And controversial content can always change year to year what controversial means. And in this year, just like Facebook did ban cryptocurrency advertisements, and now they've unbanned it because they created their own cryptocurrencies and they're making a lot of money from it, and the tide has changed around blockchain. Institutional investors are now getting on board. I look at the pros and cons list for why TikTok would do such an action, and I see that many people were abusing TikTok and making money from pump and dumps and promoting really bad crap coins through TikTok. But this is not a good precedent, because we need to look into exactly what they ban. This isn't going to just affect cryptocurrency influencers, and every single case of censorship, whether it's related to crypto or not, in the future may affect me, may affect you, may affect every single person out there. So even if you don't use TikTok and never will, what happens if this movement, this mentality starts to shift over to, Facebook already had it in the past, but let's say Facebook decides to ban cryptocurrency advertising in the future again. To Twitter, even though Jack Dorsey is a cryptocurrency promoter and investor himself, what happens if there's a CEO change and suddenly the new CEO hates cryptos? Just like there's some senators that are pro-cryptocurrency and some senators who are absolutely against it and will try and do everything to get regulation to smash crypto, which they're going to fail. They're never going to be able to ban Bitcoin. What if it shifts over to YouTube? What if there's going to be a big Google cryptocurrency censorship where they own most of the internet? They own not only YouTube, but a lot of the traffic that goes through every single day. They don't just ban influencers, but they ban all sorts of advertisement, and they ban all of these websites, all of the backlinking, all the SEO, everything. Suddenly, boom, you're unable to access your favorite websites unless you have their link and you're using, for example, Bing. It seems like this crazy far-fetched idea, but we don't know what's going to happen in a few years. All it takes is for one powerful company to decide to censor something. And if we don't do the preventative measures to try and stop this from growing, who knows what will happen? That's a pretty crazy thought. What happens if Reddit bans crypto? What happens if Discord bans crypto? What happens if Telegram, YouTube, Twitter, all of these platforms that you use most likely on a day-to-day basis, that there's thousands and thousands of these influencers making millions of dollars, and there's tens of millions of people watching these videos, these posts, these content pieces every single day, interacting with it, and that suddenly disappears in a few years? Well, some people may think it's silly to get a little panicky over this, but I always view these events in a very bad light. It's something to be very, very careful. You can't celebrate this stuff. I know there's some people that were celebrating our ex-president getting banned, but if the president, one of the most powerful people on the planet, can get banned for some controversial stuff, that means that the most powerful people really are the ones, the CEOs of these social media platforms. And something that may not be controversial this year may be controversial next year and is added to the banned list. It sounds very Orwellian, and it could be. TikTok has banned its users from promoting all financial products and services, including those related to cryptocurrency. So it's not just crypto, but anything. And what does promotion mean? Obviously, if you are trying to make money by pumping a coin, yeah, that's going to fit into it. But that could also mean anything affiliate. It could also mean, depending on interpretation, you can't make any educational content, even if you're not making any money from it. You're not in the partner program. You don't have any in-video advertisements. TikTok is a lot harder to monetize, especially if you're a smaller content creator, than it is on YouTube. Now, the good part about TikTok is that you're able to grow your channel really, really quickly because of the algorithms. Although nowadays, if you're trying to grow, it's not going to work because obviously they're banning this stuff. The company also prohibits ads relating to cryptocurrency. So even if it's not an influencer, obviously any company that's trying to promote, see you goodbye. But what worries me is it depends upon interpretation, and there's obviously not thousands of people working and going to be reviewing this content. Just like at YouTube, there's sometimes mistakes being made. So does this mean you can't post anything related to it? Among the list of other prohibited products and services listed as examples are lending and management of money assets, loans and credit cards, trading platforms, cryptocurrency, foreign exchange and forex, pyramid schemes, and investment services. Now, to place, for example, cryptocurrency, credit cards, loans, trading platforms into the same spectrum as pyramid schemes and even Forex, although Forex does have a bad reputation just due to some bad apples, some bad influencers that are just scamming people. Actual Forex isn't that, it's not as bad as people think it is. Under TikTok's advertising policies, the company also prohibits ads relating to cryptocurrencies. In most countries, including the US and the UK, TikTok bans ads promoting virtual currencies, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, etc., as well as cryptocurrency trading platforms, and any advisory services are prohibited. Now, in some parts of the world, such as South Korea, cryptocurrency advisory services are already banned. They're prohibited regardless of whether TikTok or any other company decides to ban them. According to the Financial Times, TikTok's move came after individuals were warned about taking financial information from TikTok over concerns it could be misleading and hurt young savers. Yeah, well, here's what I have to say. So obviously, bad for censorship, but it also kind of just seems a little silly. Don't you think that anybody taking their investment advice off of TikTok, either they knew what they were doing, investing in these weird Elon clones and Dogecoin clones and whatever other Safe Moon and any other crap coins they were promoting, anybody investing in that is either greedy, they knew what they were doing, and they were willing to risk it, they're a gambler, or they were very, very naive, or all three. And whether you're young, whether you're older, whoever you are, whether you're investing $1 or your entire life savings, yeah, taking your investment advice off of TikTok, are you serious? I mean, TikTok, Charlie D'Amelio, you know, the whole platform based around dancing, what used to be Musical.ly. If you took your investment advice from TikTok and then decided to research it, and only based off of the research you decided, hey, you know what, this is a great investment idea, or you knew you were 100% comfortable burning your money, like, all right, you know, this is just as if I was investing into HYPs or pyramid schemes and MLMs and thinking, hey, you know, I might be one of the first early investors. If I get out, great. If I'm one of those people in the pump and dump that is in the initial pump and I get out with, you know, half of what the other guys get, but at least I'm profitable, then that's great. But there's always a risk that I could lose money, right? So if you went in with that mentality, it's all right. I don't think it should make a difference. But obviously there's a plenty of people where they just invested their life savings, or they were kids and they had no idea what they were doing, and they probably shouldn't have. It's just, I'm not going to say the word, but it's just silly. You know what word I'm talking about? It starts with ST. It's just silly, no matter who you are. If you're 13 years old, I know you're not an adult. I know you're not going to make the most logical decisions, especially financial decisions. But at 13 years old, at 13 years old, you should have an idea of what you're doing with cryptocurrency. And just the slightest of idea of what an investment is and what a good investment is and the difference between that and a bad investment. And if you don't, I mean, I'm sorry to say, but like, you're not smart. That's the truth of it, because no one smart is going to be taking their investment advice and then later, they're going to be blaming TikTok stars or TikTok themselves. No, Warren Buffett doesn't do that. All these smart people, they don't do that. They might throw a 1% into these pump and dumps just to have some fun. Well, they're not going to do that. Warren Buffett's not going to waste his time. But like some millionaires, some nouveau-riche millionaires, they might do that. But the average person, not going to happen. So TikTok's ban is the platform essentially clamping down on directly or indirectly sponsored content, which leads to an affiliate link, for example, to sign up to a trading platform and get free stocks. So anything from stocks to Forex to crypto. But again, just because they're clamping down on this doesn't mean they're not going to clamp down on other content. And I did try TikTok at one point or another, just to see, because from a marketing perspective, I was like, whoa, there's a lot of views. Maybe, I never posted any dancing videos, but I was posting crypto content. I was posting some other content, and, it just didn't really catch on, so I didn't really care much for it. And then when my girlfriend started showing me so many of these TikToks, that's when I was like, all right, time to uninstall. I don't even have TikTok on my phone right now. I'm just like, see ya. We see a huge amount of this branded content on TikTok, usually from poorly informed commentators who lure in followers with promises of riches, but in reality are making their money off of people signing up via affiliate links. Well, or they're also participating in these pump and dumps, and sometimes they're very random coins. But guys, if someone says on TikTok, these are actual examples, I'm not going to name any names, but people have said Dogecoin's going to 3,000. People have said SafeMoon's going to go up over 1,000,000%. People are going to say, all these Elon and Dogecoin clones that you put in $20, you're going to get 10 grand. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I mean, maybe Bitcoin gets to 100 grand this year. Maybe that happens. But it's just like all these crypto YouTubers who are flexing that Ethereum's going to get to 100 grand before. It's like, what? Or Ripple is going to get to $1,000. Nah. That's why I don't do price predictions, my friends. I don't care for that. Now, Dogecoin and a bunch of other cryptocurrencies did gain some popularity because of TikTok. So, I guess there were some good things, although I don't know if I'd consider that a good thing, because Dogecoin is still in the top 10 and shouldn't even be there. This is coming from somebody who used to support Dogecoin very greatly in the past. I mean, I still support it a little bit, but it's just a fun little coin, a meme coin. It shouldn't be all the way up there. So am I surprised that TikTok did this ban? Not exactly, but it's not the best thing in the world, because this could be a bad precedent for other things to happen in the social media world against cryptocurrency. And even if cryptocurrency is not going to be affected by it, censorship is still a very important topic for anybody using this platform or any other platform. Because no matter where you are in the world, I think freedom of speech is one of the most important things. It should be a human right everywhere, but it's not. I think we're heading towards a future where it's going to be a lot more difficult to be able to express your thoughts without any bad consequences. So what do you think about TikTok banning this type of content? What do you think about potentially this inspiring other social media platforms? I hope it doesn't. I always know that I wake up, I love YouTube, but there's a teeny tiny chance in the future that maybe that will be the day. There's one day that I wake up and bam, everything's gone. YouTube has gone and banned certain cryptocurrency YouTube channels before without reason, and then they admitted mistakes, and my other channel was never a part of that, but maybe it would have been had it been larger. Sure, these channels got unbanned, but it was still a weird situation, right? So you can never be too sure with social media, and that's kind of why I also grew away from marketing, because I understand that these tech companies, they have way too much influence. That's why I'm very interested in decentralized social media platforms, even though, I'm trying with Library, but
It's, Steam it also. Like, all of these decentralized social media platforms are eons away from being the next YouTube, the next Facebook, the next Twitter. And I think these platforms, even though they're growing in certain regards, and Hive and all of this stuff, I'm not a big fan of them at the moment, but I still support them. And hopefully there's going to be more decentralized social media platforms. Hopefully there's still going to be places on the internet where you're able to say whatever you want, as long as it doesn't really hurt anybody. I mean, this doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't, no matter how you try and frame it. And even hurtful content, sometimes I think it shouldn't be censored, because it depends on perspectives, right? What someone might think is hurtful to another person, it might not be controversial at all. Obviously, politics and people getting offended and this wokeness, everything changes year to year. At the end of the day, these companies are able to do whatever they want, but pretty strange situation. So that's today's video. Thanks so much for watching it. Let me know what you think. If you're new to the channel, I'd encourage you to subscribe for daily content. If not, well, see you guys tomorrow if you want. Have you ever used TikTok? Let me know down in the comment section below. I know girls love TikTok. Oh man, they just love these Instagram videos and the YouTube videos and Facebook videos and TikTok and everything. They love sharing it. All types of ages. I hate constantly receiving it, but always fun. Bye. Have a good one.